One of my first experiences with the Denis Wick cup mute was actually my first experience without it. I was playing for a competition and I was playing the Artunian trumpet concerto, and one of the movements calls for cup mute, and I was using a different cup mute, and it was a CSO, Chicago Symphony Orchestra musician, who in my notes wrote, "Buy a Denis Wick cup mute." So the next thing I did is went out to the store and buy a Denis Wick cup mute, because it is a classic cup mute. You will see it in almost every single trumpet player's bag of mutes. It is one of the top performing, top playable, really great tuned mutes that works well in just about every situation. One of the reasons it's so versatile is it has an adjustable cup, so you can move this cup up and down, closer and farther from the trumpet bell. So if you want it very quiet, you pull it towards the trumpet bell. If you want it very loud, you can pull it away from the trumpet bell, which really gives a player an infinite number of options for tone, color, and volume, and allows you to use it for pretty much every single situation you would need a cup mute. Denis Wick's mutes are all handmade through a process of drawing high-quality aluminum on a lathe. The hand-drawing process hardens the aluminum, creating the beautiful Denis Wick sound we all know. In addition to high-quality aluminum, Denis Wick only uses natural cork from Portugal. Natural cork will not deteriorate as a synthetic cork will over time, ensuring consistent performance out of your mute for many years. In order to demonstrate how this mute sounds, I'll play a small portion of the Artunian trumpet concerto. So if you can see, I have the mute about just under an inch from the bell, which really gives me a nice soft sound. If I wanted to get even softer and darker, I could pull the mute a little further towards the bell. And if I wanted to get louder or brighter, I could pull the mute all the way down and have it as far as possible away from the bell. So in addition to the beautiful sound you get from this mute and volume options, you actually get quite a few more uses out of it. If you take the cup of the bell completely off, this is actually the Denis Wick, on its own it's the Denis Wick pianissimo mute, and it functions just like a straight mute. It's going to be a little bit softer and it's not going to project as well, but if you forgot your straight mute and you have your cup mute, this will work great. I'll let you, here's how it sounds. So it's not going to feel as good as a Denis Wick aluminum straight mute, but it functions all right. If you need to practice and you want to practice mute, you can bring the cup all the way so it seals to the cup of your horn, and it'll function like a practice mute. It's not going to be as well tuned, and the playability will be a little different from your standard Denis Wick practice mute. But again, if you need a quick practice mute, it'll work. So, whether you need a cup mute for beautiful sound, or you're traveling and you only have room for one mute, or you're looking for a great gift for your brass player, this is a great option for any scenario, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.